Good afternoon, Lindsay. Good afternoon, everybody. So there are the players in what is a very spacious holding area around the tunnel here at the Emirates Stadium, and we're all set here on a very cold, bracing day here in North London for a London derby between Arsenal and Crystal Palace, and with 18 league games.
It's away from the boot of Rice. There's Gabriel. Bullet his way to the ball and gave the nod of approval to steer Arsenal into an early lead.
That's a big goal today. That really is the perfect start, the dream start for Mikel Arteta and his players. And well played.
Saka. Oh, it went an awfully long way, far further than it should have done. Arsenal acclaim a second goal. Palace look at each other. One or two questions to be answered, not least defensively.
Well, I'm just puzzled as to how the ball can travel that far, almost a yard out. Now, whether someone's been grabbed or clearly the Palace players feel that. He didn't even look totally convinced, did he, Gabriel, when he bundled it over the line. Let's have a look from this angle if we can see anything. And I'm not seeing on the face of it. It's just whether he grabs him and... Yes, it's a goal. It comes off Henderson off the back of his head, doesn't it? Unless the goalie feels he's impeded by Ben White. Maybe that's what... Let's have a look. See, that to me doesn't constitute or warrant a foul or a free kick. Dean Henderson there has got to move himself, get away. He's allowing Ben White to stand in front of him and stand in his way, and then making out he's impeded. He's not. Shift, move, go and grab it.
Well, that's the match situation. 2-0. This VAR check that we're seeing is academic now.
On a very cold, bracing day here in North London for a London derby between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. And with 18 league games left, last season Arsenal were the team in control. Fast forward to today, and the Gunners are challenging again, but this time they're chasing. 3 of their 4 Premier League defeats this season have come in their last 4 games. A run that's seen Liverpool and Manchester City take over and increase the pressure here on everybody at the Emirates. Crystal Palace are 14th, aren't they always? And last season aside, they tend to do OK here in London derbies against Arsenal. It's time to kick off the Premier League weekend. It's Arsenal versus Crystal Palace on TNT Sports. So let's have a look at the teams today. There are 4 changes for Arsenal. David Raya's back in goal in place of Aaron Ramsdale. Elsewhere, Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Jesus return, key starters in a team that struggled to score goals recently. Alexander Zinchenko is also back. He's in defence today. Jakub Kiwior, Jorginho and Reece Nelson drop out from the Liverpool game. Gabriel Martinelli is on the Arsenal bench.
Yeah, we look at the way that Arsenal set up, and Arteta's clearly trying to build a system that relies on structure and patience. It allows the players to keep the positions to defend just in case they lose it in transition, but it's less free-flowing, less exciting, but it's safer defensively. The biggest problem they've got, they create a lot of chances, but they don't put them away.
Well, there's no Michael Olise for the 3rd successive game for Palace today. The 2 Palace changes are Dean Henderson for Sam Johnston in goal and Jean-Philippe Mateta for Hudson Edouard up front. Eberechi Eze's fit to start despite going off early at Everton. Mark Gahey is also fit. There was a doubt over him. Joel Ward, the captain, is still injured, and Jordan Ayew is away with Ghana.
We have Roy Hodgson's teams, and he always plays to the strengths of the players available. That's why he's changed the system today. Injuries to key forwards means they've been less unpredictable and effective in the final third. And they're not really playing to the collective attacking potential, but they rely on really heavy, direct play. But they'll have to be very defensive this afternoon.
Thank you, Lucy. Well, Martin Ødegaard scored the winning goal when Arsenal won at Selhurst Park in August. Since then, he's added 6 more for the Gunners, although he hasn't found the net in any of the last 8 matches. The last game Palace won was a 3-1 victory against Brentford at Selhurst Park, with their 3 goals shared between Michael Elise and Eberechi Eze, 2 players who have only started 3 games together so far this season. It's Eze's 100th Premier League game today. Now, there's a 35-year age gap on the benches today. Roy Hodgson had played for 11 years and managed for 6 the day Mikel Arteta was born. Celebrations in San Sebastian were a contrast to a financial crisis at Bristol City, but they do share a common bond today. Both of them need a win. And there's today's referee.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم مشاهدينا الكرام. على ملعب الإمارات وفي الجولة 21 هيستضيف فريق أرسنال. هيستضيف مين؟ هيستضيف فريق كريستال بالاس. في الجولة 21 من الدوري الإنجليزي ستكون هناك مباراة على ملعب الإمارات هيكون فيها فريق أرسنال ندا كبيرا ومنافسا صعبا بعد أن نزل أرسنال إلى المركز الرابع في ترتيب الدوري. في الدوري الإنجليزي لموسم 2023-2024 الصراع مشتعل على الصدارة. هناك فرق جاءت من تحت إلى فوق إلى مراكز متقدمة، وهناك فرق لعبت من المباريات ما هو جميل ولذيذ. المهم خلينا في المباراة النهارده، مباراة أرسنال وكريستال بالاس. في فيديو النهارده هقول لك على موعد هذه المباراة، وكمان هقول لك على ترتيب كل فريق قبل هذه المباراة في جدول الدوري. أولا موعد هذه المباراة، مباراة أرسنال وكريستال بالاس ستقام يوم السبت الموافق 20 يناير 2024، وستنطلق هذه المباراة في تمام الساعة 2:30 ظهرا بتوقيت القاهرة. طيب كده عرفنا موعد هذه المباراة. طيب ترتيب كل فريق، أرسنال لعب 20 مباراة، فاز في 12، اتعادل في 4 واتغلب في 4، سجل 37 جون، دخل مرماه 26 جون، دخل مرماه 20 جون، وعنده 40 نقطة، وهو بيحتل المركز الرابع متساويا مع فريق توتنهام، لكن توتنهام لعب مباراة زيادة. أما بالنسبة لكريستال بالاس فهو لعب 20 مباراة، فاز في 5 وتعادل في 6 واتغلب في 9، سجل 22 هدف، دخل مرماه 29 هدف، وهو في عنده 21 نقطة وبيحتل المركز ال 14. ده كان فيديو النهاردة، شكرا لكم على مشاهدة الفيديو.